Hi, everybody. Have you arrived? Nanetta says, I've arrived. Can't start my day without my morning rabbit news. My goodness, love. Shout out to you. Girl, that just made my day. Welcome. Braddy Becca, I completely forgot to thank you yesterday for gifting memberships. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, everybody that gifted memberships yesterday, let me put some hearts because I couldn't. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tinkle tits, kiss a mooch, everybody. Fluffle, tinkle, tinkle, fluffle. Shout out to my love. Shout out to you, Nurse Janice. Welcome, everybody. Dee Dee's in the house. Linzer, I'm still draining. When will it all end? I don't know, girl. Katie, welcome. Everybody. I know I was a little bit late, a lot late, so I had to push it back. Just a tea, please. Welcome, love. Shout out to you. Belinda, how are you? Shout out to you. Shauna B, me and Taz. Thank you for being here. Excuse me. Allison, welcome. Wim is in the house. Christine is in the house. Welcome. Nebby's in the house. Rhiannon, don't get lost. Shout out to you guys. Pika's in the house. Dee Dee, everybody come through. Let those notifications go out. Let me let the people know that we are live. You said save Bianca? Save Brenda Bianca? You think she needs rescuing? Is it like that? Come on now. Hey, Lady Jane. Hey, Mana Joe. Everybody, let me let the people know that we live. We live now. Come on over. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Kate. Hey, everybody. Hey, Paige. How are you guys? Y'all are amazing and beautiful. Thank you for being here. You don't have to be here, but you're here. We have much to review and much to talk about today. Everyone, we live now. I guess I pissed off the people yesterday, guys. I guess I got the people mad. Why did I get the people mad? I don't know, girl. I don't know, Sometimes I get the people mad. We live now, but we're going to talk. Welcome, everybody. Oh my gosh, y'all are funny. Where are we going to start? Let's get started. Who don't I get mad? I be getting everybody mad sometimes, and that is okay. I mean, you have to get the people mad and going sometimes. That's just how it is. Now I'm looking for a really quick video while I get things up and going here because I found this very interesting video. This is Abuse Not Art by a pop psychologist. We're going to talk about Bianca Censori and Kanye West. Okay. Let's start there and then we'll work our way around the other topics because we have much to review. Okay. So I was on the internet per usual because I work on the internet and I found this video and I thought, oh, this is an interesting way to look at things. Right. So this is a creator by the name of Pop Psychologist who basically does this like commentary video and basically says that what is happening to Bianca Censori is not art, it's abuse. Let's get into it.
Kanye West no longer has the ability to control and manipulate Kim Kardashian, but he can get a body double and strip her down and make her do a walk of shame down the red carpet. Ooh. And to me, it feels sick. Welcome back to the channel. As always, I've missed you. I am excited about this episode because I have spent all day thinking about Kanye West and Bianca Censori on the red carpet at the Grammys. I have lots of commentary.
Okay.
If you're new here, my name is David Colarosi. I'm a licensed psychologist. And
by the way, check him out. His name, I'm not even subscribed yet. Pop Psych. That is the name of his channel. But it completely grabbed my attention, the way in which he spoke about the situation. Pop Psych. I'll make sure I drop the link and link the video in the description box so you guys can watch, okay?
And I use this channel to talk about psychological concepts through the lens of pop culture. And boy, did Ye give me a lot of content this weekend. But first, please remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and click the notification bell if you want to know when the newest videos are coming out. And if you want ad-free content, I do have a members only channel.
Wasn't he like in that boat incident, she was giving him oral sex? Is that correct? Because I think we're talking about the same one, right? Pretty sure we're talking about the same one. Okay, let me fast forward.
By saying this is unquestionably abuse. But I think it's hard to clock it that way because it's so out in the open. It's so transparent. And Kanye West has done such a good job of cultivating this sort of skewed image that he's an artist, that he's a creative, that he has a vision, and she's his muse. But the reality is there is a massive power differential. He has the money, he has the status, and he's giving the direction.
Now, hold up, because let me stop right here. Hey, Too Persuasive. Hey, Chico. Hey, everybody coming through. You know what, Joe? I was thinking the same too. She's got like this blank stare. But at one point, like, she's a model, right? Before Kanye, she was modeling. A lot of stuff was risque to a certain degree. But at one point, do we say, okay, this is a choice that she's making? Do we know if this is a choice? This was the question that I had asked. Like, is she choosing to dress this way? Let me know. What do y'all think? You think it's 100% MK style, like MK Ultra? You think she's under MK Ultra, Frank? Let me know. I don't know anything about her. What is her past before him? So she's a model. Her family, I believe, is Italian. They come from money. Her and her sister were like huge models. So her wearing risque outfits is not at all a abnormal thing. Is she choosing to dress this way? Is this a choice for her? That's the question. So I kind of have to ask that. All right.
It's amazing to me if you think about the number of times they have been in the public spotlight, and I've never heard Bianca speak at all. And you could go, well, David, maybe she doesn't want to speak.
Yep.
Maybe not. But if you look at them on the red carpet, if you look at her walking in with the, whatever it is, the mink jacket, and Kanye West turns to her and directs her to take off the jacket, he's driving the behavior. This is not something that Bianca is orchestrating. At least I should say this. There's no evidence that
she's driving the behavior. This isn't something like, did he tell her to turn around and take the coat off? Let me know. She wanted to be an architect. So she's Australian. I thought she was Italian. Okay, we'll look into that. Is this by choice? That is the question that I have. And we'll definitely do a poll here.
That Bianca is orchestrating this in any way. Let me say it this way. If Kanye West would argue, well, David, nudity is art, and David, you're just a prude, that's fine. Why doesn't Kanye West, who is dressed in all black, baggy clothes, why doesn't he strip down and let's see the package? Let's be artistic both ways. Why are we just objectifying this woman that you've brought around? You act like she's a mannequin that you can just put her in whatever you like. He is using his status, his financial position, his power to position Bianca as an object for public consumption.
Yep.
He has the same.
Why isn't he nude? Like, I'm just saying, why isn't he nude? I mean, the guy's wearing all black. Like, why isn't he nude? If it's art, why isn't it like art all over? She's Australian. All right. I'm just wondering. It's a question. He makes her believe that it's her choice. He told her when to take off the coat. Like, he was like, do it. She has an Italian name. That's why I thought she was Italian. Gotcha. Okay, Chico. See, I knew I wasn't too off with the Italian stuff. Maybe Bianca's manipulating the situation to make Kanye look bad and further ruin his reputation. Lindsay, what made you go there? Like, give me more. Let me know why you think that. I'm curious to know why you think that, because I never thought about it that way. Could two people manipulate each other? Absolutely. Like, we know this, it does happen. Is it a situation where they're in a relationship where maybe it's transactional? Maybe they are in love, but you know, they're kind of serving each other. Hey, Pinche Becky. Let me know what y'all think. She looks drugged. Stockholm syndrome. I don't think he needs help. Okay. Her dad is in the mafia. Chrissy Teigen was just as naked. Ooh, Paige. Okay. What do y'all think? What do you guys think? I mean, this is an interesting topic I wanted to bring to everybody.
Same relationship to her as a pimp does a prostitute. The pimp sells the prostitute, exchanges a behavior for money. Kanye West is selling Bianca, her image, her body, in exchange for views, in exchange for attention.
I mean, he knew this was going to get our attention. Hey, Fury World, how are you, love? If he's not, you said, if she's trying to bring him down. Would she be another handler? Too persuasive. You think that Kanye is handling her? You think that there's more to this relationship? I'm kind of curious to know. You said you'd have to be fucked up on substances to be married to him. Let me know. When Bianca showed up, I think that was his new handler. Oh, shit. I don't want to see his ass naked. Isn't her family people you don't mess with? I heard mafia. Well, what is it? Humiliation ritual. But why isn't he the one that's naked? Like, if it's art, why he? What? Not that I want to see him naked. Please note that. But like, why isn't he naked as well? Brit, remember this? Kanye said that if he disappeared and came back, it isn't him. So there's a chance there's something more here. He was being controlled and they tried to 5150 him at one point. Definitely more to the relationship. Something ain't right. Okay. Remember, Gordon, thank you. They weren't invited, but yet they make the big headlines. If they weren't invited, how the hell did they even get past that little point right there? Because isn't there like heavy security for the Grammys or any of these award shows? Like security would have had to been like, all right, let's check you, right? Or do they not get checked? I'm confused by this whole situation. I really am. Okay. All right.
In exchange for more publicity. And it feels clear to me that he cares more about creating this kind of a scene than he does the well-being of Bianca. And don't get me started on how much she looks like Kim Kardashian. 2 years ago or 3.
I would agree with that. Like she looks like Kim. She does.
Years ago, they were West and Kardashian were married. And she was a fashion nova. She's always dressed in skimpy clothes. And he cleared out her closet and said, no, you must wear my fashion line. We're going to remove all of your clothes, all of your kind of identity. And I want you to wear these baggy, I think, ugly clothes. But he hid her body from the world. Then she gets tired of the relationship. I'm sure there's a variety of reasons for that, and files for divorce.
Well, did it go down this way? Kind of makes you wonder. Let's see. I love that his take on the sister wives. I've never seen him before. I'll have to like watch him. So this is the first video I saw and I was like, wow, I didn't even think of it this way. I mean, I did and I didn't. Like I didn't put it into words whether this is abuse and not art. Kim, Amber, even had a facial similarity. Skin color makes a difference. It's too persuasive. It's degrading. They didn't even get kicked out. They left on their own accord. He was also nominated. So how would they have not been invited? Yeah. So was he invited or not? Question of the hour. Was he invited or not?
His next move is to quickly find a mirror image of Kardashian and treat her, in my opinion, treat her like shit. Kanye West no longer has the ability to...
Does he treat her like shit? We don't even know that. Is it shit because she's like a mural? She's a walking mural? Is she supposed to be a walking mural, or are we watching somebody get abuse right in front of our eyes?
Control and manipulate Kim Kardashian. But he can get a body double and strip her down and make her do a walk of shame down the red carpet. And to me, it feels sick. That's my opinion. I wonder what you think. Let me know in the comments below. Please remember.
You know, but do you wonder, is Candace Owens going to do a video about this? Because she was live the other day and they were super chatting her and she wasn't acknowledging those super chats. She was live and she wasn't acknowledging those. Candace, are you going to call this out too? Because that's your bestie. I just have questions. I just have questions. That's all. Just questions. That's all. You said I hate it when a man speaks about it. What you mean, Paige? Hold up, y'all. You said Kanye pee on Grammys in toilet. He's not invited. People said that he wasn't invited. Other folks said that he was nominated, so he was invited. I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know. So interesting. I want to count the hands involved. All of us. Okay, first time I hear he was nominated. So he had to be there then or what? I'm confused because I didn't know he was nominated for anything. Matter of fact, I think that that's something we can look up. Hold up. Was Kanye West nominated for the, what is it? 2025 for a Grammy. This should be actually in the website because they have a website of who gets nominated. Hold up. We can look into that and check it out. Yes, he was nominated, which means he would have been invited, no? Kanye West made a rare public appearance in the Grammys 2025 awards following years of assault allegations, lawsuit, and discrimination online rants. The artist, who also goes by Ye, walked the carpet with his wife, Bianca Censori, who wore a revealing stocking dress. A stocking dress is what they called it, all right? Rumors have swirled since the carpet closed that West and Censori were escorted off the premises, not having been invited to the telecast. Speaking to a source close to the Grammys, Variety has refuted those claims. Instead, they write, West walked to the carpet, got in his car, and left. His attendance at the ceremony followed 2 days of feverish activity on social media, which included a now deleted X post sexualizing former Vice President Kamala Harris and a post of private tests with Elon Musk. So there's a lot of controversy. Now, was he invited or not? The appearance was brief and displaying whatever. Hold up. Ye always planned to go to do a red carpet and leave. He never sit through the Grammys because it's so dull and boring, the source also claimed. People have called this a stunt, but to Ye, this is art. This is art. This is what the article said. He was he invited or not, Shopaholic? Which one is it, girl? Tell me. Let me know. They turned away because of Bianca, but he was invited. Okay. After the show, West launched a new clothing line. What? Wait a minute. Hold up. So after the show, he launched a new clothing line website called Yeezy Supply. Among the collection is a see-through leotard, which West called his first woman's piece. He also posted several behind-the-scene photos of Censori in the red carpet to his Twitter. For clarity, my wife is the most Googled person on the planet called Earth. He wrote, we beat the Grammys. Was he invited or not? West, okay, here we go. West was nominated by the Recording Academy for Best Rap Song for Carnival alongside Ty Dolla $ign, Rick the Kid, Playboy. The track, which released via his latest album, Vultures 2, lost to Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us during the pre-show award presentation. So he was nominated. He was nominated, y'all. Okay, let me make sure I need to make sure I don't show any Censori stuff. What do y'all think? Her body is beautiful and should be treated with respect. Kids attend the Grammys. I agree with that. Like if there was kids there, I don't know. There were minors there. So he, I guess, started a new line. Everything for fame and money. Bianca probably does the same. It works. Everyone has their names in their mouth. Glitter girl, you're right. He nominated himself. He did. He was nominated for something. Yeah, I'm sure if you're nominated, you're invited, right? You said it's not art, it's depravity. Yo. Well, I mean, I just wanted to correct the record. I guess he was nominated. Vicky, Kanye West was nominated, all right? But he didn't even like go all the Grammys is dull to him, okay? It is what it is what he said. He's always trying to do something to be relevant. I don't know, man. I don't know. So being nominated doesn't mean you're invited. I thought if you nominated, you're invited. But see, I've never gone, so I wouldn't know. You said nomination doesn't mean that you are invited. Really, Kate Delight? I thought it was. So, I mean, how are you supposed to receive the award if you're not nominated? Can you be not nominated and invited? I'm so confused, but whatever. I'm not one to I guess I have a lot of questions. We can have a debate about it if y'all want to. Let me know. There was a minor there. You're right. There was a minor there. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be talking about the Grammys. I mean, does anyone watch that mess? No. Just because he was nominated doesn't mean that they extended an invitation. See, I'm thinking if you're nominated, you're invited automatically. You can be nominated and not invited. Oh, Lord have mercy. People who are under their partner influence and control manipulation don't know until they wake up and begin detached. Thank you. It's a shame all the antics all these people need to do is create art. What happened to that? Well, what happened to the music? That's the biggest thing. It's like, what happened to the music? I remember when it was about the music, but then it became all this other stuff, like when it takes away from the art. He said he's the most Googled person, him and his wife. He might be right. He might be right. So then it's not about the art. It's about how many people Google you, because Google is money, right? Correction. If it wasn't for K dot, okay. You wouldn't. Okay. So if it wasn't for the others, you wouldn't have watched. I got you. It was nothing more than a publicity stunt. Well, they got us talking, right? That's for sure. They got us. He knew what he was doing. But the thing is like the lady's been walking half naked for a very long time, y'all. So it makes you wonder. Now, this is what I want to know. How come she wasn't charged with like indecent exposure? That's the question that I have. That's what I want to know. What does his older daughter think about her new stepmom did, says Ellie. I don't know. I guess Kim K tried to keep her kind of shield. Chico says, read my comment. Okay. Just Googled it. Yes. If you're nominated for a Grammy, it means you are automatically invited to attend the Grammys ceremony as a nominee, granting you access to the red carpet and the event. Thank you, Chico. All right. Thank you, Chico, for Google checking, fact checking. Y'all know that? All right. Everybody understands? But she wasn't ticketed. She wasn't arrested. She wasn't nothing. Let me know. It's not the first time that somebody goes to the Grammys half naked that way. Don't you guys remember when Marilyn Manson, was it Rose McGowan? Marilyn Manson, because that was a huge thing. Marilyn Manson and Rose McGowan. This was, what year was it? I don't even want to show the photo because I don't want to get censored. Yeah, she was literally no bra and just wearing panties. Like there's pictures out there. And this was in, was it the VMAs? This was in 1998 when they were like the it couple. Yeah, 1998 MTV Awards. But then she came out making allegations against Marilyn Manson. So keep that in mind. I don't know, Janet Jackson should never have been canceled for Tittygate. Yeah, I agree. I think they went really hard on Janet. Shout out to Janet Jackson. They went really hard on her, in my opinion. Bianca's whole kitty was, the Cuda cat was out there. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was. All right. It was what I mean, let's be real. Like we talked about it. I said, I don't know about this, but yeah, just so everybody's aware. Okay. It was just, well, Justin was made into like he was able to recover. You know what I mean? It wasn't a big deal for Justin. This is what I don't understand. There's this double standard. Okay. Right now it's interesting because they had the picture where Justin Timberlake was hanging and you could see his bulge and the people were like, oh my God, but they didn't cancel him. They didn't cancel him the way that they did Janet. So there is this double standard. Why didn't they cancel him for the bulge? I want to know. I want to know. People were looking at him. They were like, ooh, we could see different things. We could see different things. But like, there is this thing about people being really offended when it comes to women being naked. But when it comes to men, like, it's just weird how men can get away with it. Is it just me? Let me know. Let me know. Bianca was not half naked. She was Christine. We saw the Cuda cat. We saw the front, the back. We saw it all. She was all naked. She was. Okay. But here's the deal. Is it something that she wanted to do? And that's the part that we have to debate. We don't know. Does she want to do it? I don't know. All right, guys, we got to talk about another case situation. You guys have been keeping up with the lady, Onijah, from an American woman who went to Pakistan to marry a 19-year-old man, a young man, And the people did not approve. The family did not approve. And so she basically was left stranded, okay? Stranded in Pakistan, having to figure out what she was going to do. Y'all remember that? Well, now she's finally able to return home. Okay. She's planning to return home at this point. But the people, there's one, I guess, social media influencer who was like, yo, we need to deport her. Like the people are feeling some type of way. And then not only that, she was dragging her son on social media. Let's get back to so this is a guy by the name of Kendall. Kendall says he isn't holding back. He's criticizing the growing attention on the American woman, Onijah, saying that people have nothing better to do with their lives. He also argues that everyone making remarks against the state should be deported immediately, questioning why such actions aren't being taken. What do y'all think? Because I don't know who he is, but I like it's giving social media influencer. And so he kind of like doesn't want the attention off of him. That's what it's giving. Should she be deported? I mean, she's on her way home, so she's not. I don't think it's through deportation. But what do y'all think? Apparently, and this is the question that I have, okay? Because I'm like, wait, she got her visa, and her visa expired on October. All right. Her visa expired October, and now that this made like huge headlines and social media thing, so now the family is worried. Why weren't they worried before? Like, why did they let her do the most? Onijah dragged her son, basically saying, I'm a pop your head" type of situation. Let me play this, okay?
I'm upset. No, I was serious. I'm upset because that they should have. My son should have never lived that. He's wicked. And I'm gonna take this nigga head with my fucking flag. I'm so sorry, but I swear. I swear, God been
What's this statement about? Are you tired of unreliable phone plans?
I didn't even know this guy was running phone plans. But anyways, so that is the situation. So she's upset. She says she's going to pop him. Hold up.
I'm upset. No, I was serious. I'm upset because that they should have. My son should have never lived that. He's wicked. And I'm gonna take this nigga head with my fucking flag. I'm so sorry, but I swear. I swear, God been
What's this statement about? Are you tired of?
So she's mad that her son went online and said that she's bipolar. Okay. And she's recognized her son. So this is her, the American woman in Pakistan, finally returning home after her planned marriage to a teen fell through. You say she's crazy, but she ain't that crazy. What do you mean? Let me know. Let me know. I'm asking for 100,000 or more. Remember, she was asking for money. She was asking for money from the government. She was asking for money from the government. She's demanding that people give her money. She was demanding that security be paid from her aunt. I guess she had an entourage while she was down there. A delusioned woman is reportedly on her way to the U.S. from Pakistan after being jilted by a teenager she met online and made several pleas on social media to be sent thousands of dollars. Onijah Robinson, 33, from New York, traveled to Karachi in October of 2024. All right. And she was there to meet her man at the time, Nidal Mimon, a 19-year-old Pakistani man. Upon arrival, Mimon rejected her and explained that his family was opposed to the marriage and basically left her stranded for several days. In Karachi, as her tourist visa expired, she explained it was reported that money was raised for her to return home, but she refused. So people had raised money for her to return, and then it fell through. Okay. So now she's taken to social media by storm by her wild tale becoming a sensation on TikTok. She's all over TikTok. Her son has basically come out and said, like, listen. She's got bipolar disorder and she's not doing well. You said, who the fuck would want to marry a 19-year-old? No offense. No. I mean, that's the question that I think a lot of us are asking. But it's something that happened. Since her story appeared online, Robinson even appeared to organize a press conference in Pakistan where she was brazenly heard stating such demands. I'm asking for 100K or more. I need 20K by the end of this week in my pockets, cash. That's a demand to the government. Okay. So, of course, that definitely got everybody stirred up. She was telling people that her and her husband were going to move to Dubai. And her son basically says, I'm trying to help her as her son to come back to the US. She was only supposed to go to Pakistan to meet him and his family. So, son was well aware what mama was doing and planning for quite some time. If you knew that your mama, like, first of all, she's traveling by herself. Was that safe? I don't know. The woman has previous with trespassing too. It's a typo there. Robinson was arrested and faced charges for entering a premises post warning in an unrelated incident 4 years ago. So she's got priors, says previous. I think they meant to say priors. So she's got priors on her records and she wasn't supposed to do that. So apparently, I don't know. I guess she did that. I hope she gets help. That's the biggest thing that we want her to do. You know, we want her to get help. You know what I mean? We want her to get help. You know what, Vicky? I was hold up. No. Hold up. Vicky, I was thinking the same thing. I said, this is a bad case of 90 Day Fiance. You know, 90 Day Fiance should have been there to film this whole thing. How often? It's happened before. There was been a couple of like 90-day marriages that have gone wrong, right? Like they just went wrong. Well, who demands money from the government? From a government, like that's the thing is like, no, girl, no, don't demand money and don't refuse to leave because you don't know. I don't want to be stuck or stranded there, you know? Like, no. But I was thinking about the 90 days. Bad case of 90 Day Fiance. It is, but it's happened before in the 90 days. You know, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. She made a horrible choice and now she has to live with that. You made that dumbass decision, but you want folks to bail you out? Fuck this shit, mental or not, take accountability. It's the demand. Remember when they did the press conference and she was telling the guy, shut up. You talk too much. Shut up. And I was sitting there and I was like, oh shit. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You know, when you start speaking on it, I thought it was from the show, right? PJ Becky. It's giving the show. It's giving the show. Hold up, y'all. I got to blow my nose. So give me 1 second. Oh my God, y'all. So that was my thought. It was giving 90 Day Fiance show. Well, that's what I said. They didn't throw her in jail. They gave her a mental health evaluation. They clearly saw that she was not well and she needed, you know, help. Like, I think that's fair to say. Like, I mean, I think they treated her well. They gave her a press conference. Folks were entertaining her. I don't know. People need to stop blaming Kanye for his wife walking around naked all the time, says Sarah. Oh, Sarah, you're late, girl. Make sure you watch from the beginning. Okay. Let me see what you guys say. When you start speaking on it, I thought it was from the show, right? Man, she told us, the reporter, if they wanted her to talk, that she'd have to pay $5K. Yeah, they had to pay her $5K. If she wanted for them to talk, they had to pay $5K. Okay. That's how it is. All right, guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Yeah, y'all are still reacting to the Kanye West situation. Well, shout out to the person. Check him out. Psych Pop. He did a breakdown and reaction. He basically said that what is going on with Kanye is abuse with Bianca. So let me know what y'all think. I want to move on before I get to this topic, because I know it's going to be a spicy topic for us. Diddy, new lawsuit dropped yesterday on Diddy. I did a video on it last night. It was late, so it didn't get a lot of views and whatnot. Guys, go check it out. So I broke down the lawsuit. Basically, Busby filed yet another lawsuit on Diddy, on a person that was like an aspiring artist who in 2015 was a male, okay, male John Doe was there to work, and he was basically semi-mo, drugged, and assaulted by Diddy and people. There were security staff that were basically holding them down. He was given something that it's believed to be GHB. We really don't know. So there's a lot to it. But another lawsuit. One of the biggest things that came out yesterday, just so everybody's aware, is that Busby plans to at least file 10 more lawsuits before the 1st. There's a deadline to the filing under, the Gender Motivated New York Law Act. That's happening. So he's going to try to get all these lawsuits. He said 10 more. That is not 150. That is not a 200. That is 10 more. So I'm trying to figure out, well, what happened to them? Because y'all remember when the press conference happened, Busby said that he had so many that he had to file. What happened? Because that only puts it at 30, maybe 30 plus lawsuits from Busby's side. I'm kind of wondering, what do we make of that? How many more Well, it's going to be busy because apparently he's got 10 more before the deadline. Okay. So we got 10 more before the deadline, guys. I mean, I thought it was going to be more than that.
Another one.
If I remember correctly, he said it was over 200, if not 300 plus. And some of these involve minors, 25 of which involve minors. So is this the number 10 and that's it? What happened to the other ones that he said he was going to file?
Another one.
I have a lot of questions. Maybe they further vetted and determined they weren't as many that were viable. Correct. I'm sure he has plenty of fakers. Busby, the number Busby originally, yes, were viable cases that he planned to file, but the government stepped in and forced what will help in the federal case and force Busby to hold back. You think that the federal government forced Busby to hold back from filing anything? Huh. I wonder about this. He said 100. Maybe those are the ones. Hold up. Those are the ones that he can prove up or may have been settled in legitimate demand letters. That's true. That's true. Maybe he had to weed out the ones with the unreliable info or insufficient evidence. Absolutely. It makes you wonder. Now, listen, another thing I'm wondering, are y'all hitting the like button? Take a minute, please, and hit the like button while I blow my nose. Okay? Let me know. Ooh, wait, my nose. My nose is like itchy. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. Thank you for being here. Let's move on to the next area. Sarah, are you still fighting? What's going on with Sarah? Allison, you literally know nothing about the relationship or anything or any of mine. You just hate men. We hate men. Who hates men? What's going on? Why are we fighting? I don't like fighting. Can we figure out how to have a good conversation? Y'all fighting about Kanye West? We moved on. Why are we still on Kanye? Let me know. Let me know. What's going on? Y'all chill out. It's going to be okay. Listen, I don't defend Kanye because I'm not in a relationship with him. So I don't know why you would. Let's chill out. Okay. Let's see. Smash that like button, please. And thank you. Thank you. I heard that they're offering $40,000 for a picture of his assistant since he got arrested and she's been in hiding. Ooh, you talking about what's her name? Christina Koran, that lady. Oh man. All right, let's talk about what is going on in the LA protests because we did open up that box, that situationship. Protesters gather in Los Angeles or downtown Los Angeles over ICE raids for seconds straight for a second straight day. Okay, gotcha. For the second day, basically. Okay, so we have a lot going on. Protesters over the recent ICE raids and deportations continue Monday as demonstrators march along the streets through downtown Los Angeles, leading to the LAPD issuing a order in the early evening. The large groups calling for a national day of action that's been called could be, let me close that, seen through aerial footage walking in the middle of Spring Street, moving along to block the intersections on the Chick Current Court and the 11th Street, all the while waving Mexico flags and carrying protester signs. I opened up Pandora's box yesterday with this topic, and I'm okay with that. I'm glad that I did. I shared a little something with you guys yesterday that I was like, it's bothering me. It's bothering me, and I'm not here to convince people otherwise. I don't have a solution or an answer for anything as it pertains to this, because I feel like reform of this situation has been a long time coming, and we need some kind of reform. But what I'm not for is any type of racial profiling, any type of targeting. It's opened up Pandora's box for a lot of folks here in the chat. I'm not here to tell you who to vote for. I'm here to tell you that I'm first generation, and I'm going to do what I got to do to support my people, right? So for those people that are out here that are not criminals, that have never been convicted of a crime, let me be very clear, because none of us here in the chat would be in support of people breaking the law and they're here illegally. Like, none of us want that. Like, don't twist my words. What I'm saying is that we don't want hate, and we don't want people targeted, because people have been targeted over, oh, you look like you're this, therefore I'm going to X, Y, and Z. It worries me, it worries the people around us. So what myself and a bunch of people did, we had a meeting and we had a conversation, and we said, and Pumpkin, thank you, Pumpkin Magic, thank you. I feel like you were already a member. Shout out to you, love. Thank you for renewing your memberships. I suggest that if you're an ally, or if you got family that are impacted by this, because you don't want people to get targeted, have a meeting with them. If something should happen where, you're preparing yourself. Let me give you guys different degrees of situations, okay? There are people who have been here for many years and have never done anything. They entered the country, yes, illegal. They crossed the Rio. They work with the coyote to get here, right? And they have decided to work through their paperwork, right, and do what they have to do because they want to do things right. And so you have those kinds of circumstances where people are working to get their paperwork in order, right? And for me, if they're not breaking the laws currently, then I think that people need to have a little bit more of an open mind opportunity when it comes to that. Because, hey, if they're willing to pay taxes and they're willing to help out, and they don't have any criminal records, and they're not violating people and, raping women, and that's not what we want. We don't want that, right? Sometimes it takes a bunch of bad apples to ruin it for a lot of people. All right. But this immigration stuff, it's not just a Republican thing or a Democrat thing. I'm not here to tell you who's deporting the most, because the reality is that both parties haven't done well by this issue. That's a fact, guys. Both parties have not done well by this issue to protect anybody, to help anybody, to put reforms out there. They just haven't. All right. It is what it is. When the Democrats were in office, there was a mass deportation. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's the fucking truth. All right. And what we're having right now is, not only are we having that situation, but we're also having profiling and hate that's happening. And I'm not for that. Okay. We need to handle this responsibly. That's been my say from the beginning. So when people have come up here and said, that sounds like such a leftist thing to say. Okay. What part? To say that we want to work things and do things right? To say that we don't want people to be targeted? That's a leftist thing? I thought that that's something everybody wanted, right? I want to know, what is the solution to this? Because it doesn't matter who's in office. People got to do shit right. That's how it is. Ooh, you got your tax refund? Here's for a time. Sorry, y'all. I got a cough. Hold up. You know what, Tinkle Tits? By the way, so Tinkle Tits was telling me, get your people to file your taxes right away. Yes, Tinkle Tits. We got the family to file taxes right away, you know, because we have to. So thank you so much for the $19.99. Thank you for the taxes. Thank you, thank you. Y'all, listen to this. Listen to this super chat right here. We need to make sure that you guys are filing right away. File your taxes, okay? Do what you got to do. Y'all, this is your money and you earned it, okay? Period, Vicky. Thank you. We are all immigrants. All right? We are. Thank you. Donna, thank you so much. Donna, girl, I'm fine. I went to the doctor. If the cough doesn't improve, I'm probably gonna go to the doctor again. Thank you, Donna. Thank you for asking. I saw your comment earlier. I'm sorry, there were so many. Yes, Shannon, that's my point, is both sides haven't been doing their job that they were hired for. It shouldn't be this hard for people to come to the land of the free. That's what I'm saying. It's like, and let me, somebody asked me in the chat yesterday, well, how do you feel about the borders? The borders are fucking dangerous. Okay. The borders are dangerous. People need to be careful. That's it. You said, oh, did I leave out a word? I thought you said my ancestors were slaves, not immigrants. Okay, sorry. Rabbit, you left out the word. I said we were all not immigrants. Gotcha. Okay. I thought you meant we were all immigrants. All right. We're not all immigrants. Thank you. Sorry. The borders are dangerous. Make sure I put your comment up. They always have been. People need to be careful when it comes to the borders. I believe that there needs to be a lot of regulation when it comes to the borders. It is not a safe place. People keep coming over in that area, guys, like, and then people get killed, people drown, people die all the time in those border areas. It's a dangerous area to be at. I believe that there needs to be a lot of regulation there, and I believe that there needs to be a lot of education from the other side. Like, listen, if we can send a couple people that are willing to educate those on how to get your cards and your paperwork in order so that you don't see situations like this. None of us want weapons, and none of us want, different things to happen over here. We don't want any criminals. We don't want that. But there needs to be regulation in that area. And I say this from experience. And thank you, Vicky. We all are not immigrants. I don't know why I misread your comment. Thank you. Now I'm going back on. No, don't go back on timeout. I'm sorry I misread your comment. Shout out to you. Can we normalize? It's not just Mexicans. No, it's not just Mexicans. It's a bunch of people. Okay. It's the truth. Let me share with you guys a situation that happened to me. Okay. Many years ago when I worked in government, there was a influx of Honduran children that were coming. People from Honduras were coming over, right? And it wasn't like adults. These were children that were coming over. They would take the trains. They would, they just coming over, and they were breaking the laws. All right. So there was a situation with drugs. Things were happening. All right. So at that time I was working, my caseload was with a lot of youth. And so suddenly I see an influx of youth that were coming from Honduras. They didn't speak the language. So of course, me being a bilingual and getting paid, for my bilingualness, I was getting a lot of those cases. And I remember talking to those kids, and those kids, they were specifically trained not to speak out, not to, they were there to basically be mules, all right, and do different things. But because they were kids, it was easier to pass them along, if you know what I mean. A lot of these kids were in detention centers because they were caught, they were breaking the law. And so what would happen is, on this side, because we have a due diligence to make sure that kids are reunited home, we'd have to work with the consulate. Okay. So, we have so-and-so, this child right here. We need to reunite them back with their parent. It was a lot of work with the consulate. But in the meantime, they'd have to stay here and acclimate to the language and stuff like that. And so, at some point they would become, if nobody was claiming or stepping up to the plate, what would happen? Well, they become wards to the state, right? So then it becomes a situation where, they have to work to get their GED and get their stuff. And depending on how things would work out, they either stay here or they would go back to their country or whatever it may be. Sometimes they age out of the system because that's what happens. In certain states, you can age out at the age of 21. There is a huge problem that we have going on here where laws are being broken. I can't deny that, right? But what I'm saying is we have to do things right. And in states, like, honestly, think about it. A lot of this is learned behavior. So it's coming from different parts of the world. It's not just Mexico. It's so many different parts of the world. You got to honor if I go to a different country, I honor customs, I honor things. I may not understand it, but I'm seeking to learn that the minute that I get on a plane or I go somewhere, I am going to learn what is happening there and I'm going to respect. Okay. So when I say that a lot of us here that are understanding of both sides of the argument, like myself and many of you guys, we know that things are not black and white. We know that completely cutting off, immigrants is not the answer because it's not going to stop. Whether you close up the borders or not, it doesn't. It's not the answer. People have said that that's the answer, but let me tell you, when has it ever been fixed? Okay, and if anything, there's been a huge influx of racial profiling that has happened in the community. Okay, and I know some of you guys are bringing the Native American situation. Shout out to Storm who sent this to me. Somebody said in my comments, well, can you give a little bit more context to what you're talking about? Okay, thank you. Racial profiling has been happening for years, okay? And it's not just the Mexicans. I mean, you got, black. Yeah, a lot of people have been racially profiled. Like, let's not get it twisted, okay? We're not special that way, but we know that there's going to be an influx of this because there's a lot of hate that's happening, period. That's it. I want to read this media release, okay? Let's see. Can I zoom in this? Maybe. Media release, Office of President of the Rosebud Tribe. This is Kathleen Wooden Knife President. On or about January 22nd, 2025, and upon taking the oath of office, United States President Donald Trump has issued a series of executive orders to order the Department of Homeland Security, Department of Justice, and Department of State to take all necessary actions to immediately repel and remove illegal aliens across the United States. The Trump administration published in the Federal Register a notice to expedite removals, which allows U.S. immigrants and customs enforcement to deport immigrants without due process. Without due process. That's key right there. Somebody type in without due process. What does that even mean? What does that mean? Because that's concerning to me. All right. And the Department of Homeland Security said it was ending a policy that restricted immigration and customs enforcement agents' ability to arrest undocumented people or at near so-called sensitive locations, including house of worship, schools, and hospitals. Your churches, hospitals, any of that, okay? Okay, fast-track deportations threaten U.S. citizens, and the mass deportation would catch far more people than the recently unauthorized immigrants that the policy purports to target, and results in the expulsion of the legal permanent residents, even U.S. citizens, all right? The person that was commenting to my comments that said, this is misinformation. This thing with the Native American never happened. Are you sure? I'm bringing you information, okay? Very concerning. Where did I leave off at? Racial profiling could result, hold up. Fast-track deportations threaten U.S. citizens, and the mass deportation could cost far more people than the recently unauthorized immigrants the policy purports to target, and result in the expulsion of legal permanent residents, even U.S. citizens. Racial profiling could result in U.S. citizens and immigrants who ordinarily wouldn't be subjected to expedited removal being deported. All right. Expedited deportation threatens the due process rights of all U.S. citizens, including tribal members, and violates the U.S. Constitution and the 1968 and 1951 treaties. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services Handbook for Employers, M274, recognizes that a Native American tribal or community membership document issued by a Native American, Indian, and or Alaskan community recognized by the U.S. federal government is evidence of identity, lawful permanent resident, and citizens of the United States. Okay, so the tribe is authorizing funds for the assurance of tribal ID cards. Hold up, let me zoom out a little bit because it's not letting me read this. To all tribal members, and encourages all tribal members to carry valid forms of identification. All right, so the process of assessing in the legal effects of the unlawful and unconstitutional Trump administration executive orders will fiercely defend against any threat to the sovereignty of the Rosebud tribe and protect the rights of the tribal members. So even the tribal members, all right, have felt a threat by this situation that has been happening. So for the person that was saying, that story is fake, that never happened. Here's more. There's so many articles out there. Native American tribe says ICE harassing members amid raids. Why is ICE even fucking around with the tribes? That's what I want to know. Let me know. Why? Let me know. If it's not for racial profiling that is happening. Why? Let me shout out Nikki. Thank you so much for gifting a membership, love. Thank you. And Auntie Annie, I've arrived a while ago. Thank you for the $1.99. Shout out to you, love. Let me know what y'all. Why are they? Why? Why if it's not for racial profiling? Let me know. How do you determine that you have to pull somebody out? Let me know. Laura, the letter specifically is a media press release from the Rosebud tribe. That's where it's coming from. I'm sorry. My daughter's best friend has a master's in Native Studies and isn't an Apache, and it's absolutely happening. A lot of people think Apache are Mexicans because they once were. Yeah, so they are. I mean, shout out to you, girl, because I think you came into my comments and you said we have to be very careful where the data is coming from because, as we know, everything is politicized right now, and everybody's running on emotions, which is not safe. I agree with you there. Go back and I'll even show you. I'll even show you the letterhead. It's from the tribe. Okay. Why are the tribes having to do media release? There it is. And it's interesting. You said, hey, I think it was you who told me you were sending me links in my comments about the way in which people were protesting, right? And let me tell you, I'm all about peaceful protesting. If there were arrests yesterday on the LA protests because people were being stupid, good. I'm glad that they got arrested. All right. Because here's the deal. If you're going to be in this country, you're going to follow the rules. But guess what? I bet you a good percentage of the people that were protesting yesterday weren't illegal immigrants. They were probably people that were impacted by the decisions that have been made by the administration, right? So you got I was watching the people. I said, these are very young kids. Are they there for the right reasons? Do they know what they're doing? Because you over there in the protest doing fucking wheelies, that's not a protest, okay? You over there throwing water bottles, and let me hear me, mi gente. That's pretty fucked up that you're ruining it for a lot of people that are here. That's not okay. Don't be fucking doing wheelies and thinking that that's fucking part of the protest while you're carrying the Mexican flag. What the hell are you doing? Do your people proud, and it's a silent protest. Okay? Whatever you're chanting out there, si se puede, that's what you got to do. But you don't go out there doing wheelies and throwing water bottles at police officers. That's not okay. That's a crime. That's a crime. I also don't think, okay, because I saw William Good get handcuffed, Jessica Palmadessa. Why were people being pushed into the tunnels? Why? You had a lady out there. She's over here, selling her food stand stuff, and she got pushed in the tunnels. That wasn't okay. Like, some people were like, we're just here, doing our work. But you got a lot of young people being really stupid about the protest. And that, my friends, I'm telling you right now, that's not coming from illegals. That's coming from younger, stupid people. But you're right, Laura. Like, I agree with you on that, love. Shout out to you. Friday Becca, thank you so much for the $3. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was just saying, I seen a lot of those types. I thought, yeah, like, did y'all see? I'm serious. They were doing wheelies, and they kept putting the camera out there and saying, well, here's the protest, guys. They're doing wheelies, and they're getting into accidents. They're being really stupid and reckless. Where are my Latino leaders to educate these people? Because that's not what you do. That's not what you do. That's not a protest. Those are just kids being really stupid. As soon as I heard things were being thrown at police, yeah, no, we're not going to throw things at you. Can't. Don't. Because I'm telling you, the people that are out there protesting, they're not directly affected by it. They might be affected through like a family relative or something like that, and they're out there helping out. But yeah, I gotta say that I'm for the peaceful protest. But if you out there being stupid, yo, you deserve to be apprehended and arrested and all that shit. Did you guys see William Good out there with Jessica? They were out there. They were just filming. They were doing what press does. They film, right? But they weren't throwing shit. They were asking, what is going on? What are y'all doing? What's up? Let me know, man. I bet you guys were surprised about where I stand with this. Because I know some folks feel like, oh my God, she's such a leftist, or she's such a this. And I'm like, let me tell you something. I hate both sides of the coin. Because none of these people give a shit about me. And I've said it before. How many times did I tell y'all? I voted. But none of these motherfuckers give a shit about us when it comes to the real issues. They don't. They don't care. For me, it's a fucking screw up, guys. I believe in voting. I believe in our rights and standing up, an ally to the people. I get that. But at the same time, it's like all of this, for this to come to this, and these fuckers, when you need something from them, your shit's too expensive. You can't afford your medicines, can't afford to live. Okay? All these promises to only then be lies later on. So then the audacity for somebody to come in here and tell me, well, you're a leftist or you're a this. What leftist? It's about a leftist? I thought this was a human rights issue, right? Because let me tell you, like, it just seems like such a distraction. All of this government, all of it. Yes, I was pretty upset too. They're all crooks, Christine. They just want your vote. They just want your vote. And then when shit gets real, it gets real. I have always supported immigrants. My daughter's daycare, most people I know and I call friends are Hispanic, and some may or may not have papers, and I do not care. They're all wonderful, loving people. Thank you, Laura. By the way, Laura, like I said, when I saw your comment about how people are voting, or excuse me, how people are protesting, I agree with you, girl. I thought it was stupid. I didn't like them doing wheelies and kicking cans. That's not a protest. That's not a protest, y'all. That's not how you do it. So I agree with you on that. We need to have a level of regulating this, but it's been a long time coming, y'all, from both parties. Both parties suck. They do, okay? Things have gotten really bad in my neighborhood. Politicians don't care. Thank you. We need people like us to take over elected office and ruling period. Total transparency. I voted too, and I'm sitting this one out as I'm sitting a lot of this madness out. Thank you so much, Vicky. Sometimes it's frustrating, but let me tell you this. I believe, and I'm going to say it again, if you are doing what you have to do to pay your taxes, all right, and you get pulled over because you've been racially profiled, all right, you're going to do what you're going to do to make sure that your family's protected, everybody's safe. Have a meeting with your family. What's it going to look like if you do get deported for whatever reason, okay? And you're having to lay this out. Have a meeting with your family. Get your affairs in orders. Don't leave your affairs up to other people. Like, clearly if it's trusted people like family members or maybe your neighbors or whatever, just to help out. I think that's important. And part of it too is to minimize the chaos, because right now there's a lot of fear. We shouldn't have to live like this. People shouldn't have to live in fear, right? Do right by the situation. And if somebody comes in here trying to come into your home, they got to have a warrant, because I don't care what, but you're gonna have you need a warrant. You need a warrant. Okay? That's it. Do right. But if there's not going to be any due process, I have a concern about that. I think we all should have a concern. Period. Again, where are my cheap eggs? Prices have gone up. You have to vote for money and against people. Yeah, where were the fucking cheap? Where are the cheap eggs? I thought we were going to get cheap eggs. They talk about the avocado. Like the avocados, you talk about, I used to get an avocado for $1 or $2. You're going to talk about $6 or $7 for avocados. Okay? Thank you. Know your rights. And if you're living in a res, you have rights. You shouldn't have to live in fear. Nobody should. And I'll make sure I post that letter in the community wall so you guys can get that, check it out. All right. For the people that were in the comments, that sounds like a fake story. Bitch, it's fake to you because you don't know it, because you don't see it. And I'm sorry, I'm cussing, but it's the truth. It's fake to you until it hits you. It's fake to you until you have to wake up and realize, oh man, this is really real. So yeah, that's how I see it. Hold up. I have arrived. I agree both sides suck, and I believe in humanity, not a political party whose main interest is more in power, period. All right? How much does the president have to pay for eggs? Let me know. Your eggs are $8.99? That's crazy. Many years ago, I went to Hawaii, and I went to go buy milk, and it was like $5.30 for a gallon of milk. What's milk going to be like now? Exactly, Christine. Exactly. We need to do a silent, peaceful, yes, no flags, but America, all of it. I'm down for it. Everybody, it needs to be better, but a protest is not fucking wheelies. That's not, you're stupid for doing that. You should be arrested for doing that. You said, I don't know, ask Trump about that one. He must have bypassed all of it, right? That's what we need to know. I guess Sprouts has eggs for 12 for $3.99. Wait, 12 eggs for $3.99? Tu mama, go get your eggs. Go get your eggs before they put the price up. So $3.99 is still cheap for eggs. I don't know, man. The saddest part is that the generations of mind control. Wait, Anonymous Lynn Steve says 16 for a box of 18 eggs in LA. $7 for eggs in Connecticut. Oh my God, y'all. You know what? The next time we go live, I want y'all to go tell me in the chat. Remind me, you need to put the price of the eggs in the chat. All right. Let me know. Eggs need to be used to be my main source of protein. Not anymore. I can't afford it. Can't afford it. That's crazy. That's too expensive, y'all. But anyways, guys, first of all, let me just say this. This was a conversation that I'm glad that I had with you guys that I didn't know if I could have, but I'm glad that I did. And guess what? I did lose people, supporters over giving my stance about immigration and where I stand and my thoughts about everything that's happening. I lost supporters. But you know what? That's okay because I'm genuinely being me. And whether you stick with me because of who I am and what I stand for, then thank you. And if you don't, that's fine. There's a lot of other creators that support other things. Shout out to them. Right. I mean, I that's just how I see it. So I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate you guys having a different conversation, pushing the envelope because that's what I like to do. And if you hear, then thank you. I mean, that says a lot to me about you guys. For everybody that super chatted, hit the like button, shared my channel, for all of them. Thank you, Tinkle Tits. No, listen, y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for the $4.99 love. Because we don't have to agree, right? Like, I'm not here to tell you who the fuck to vote for. You vote for whoever you want to. But I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And thank you, Laura. Thank you again for the comment that you left. Okay. You're amazing. Thank you. Because like I said, I always look for both sides of the coin when it comes to this. But y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Clearly, we're gonna be talking about this and keep going. We'll see what happens. Y'all are amazing. I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay. Hit the like button. Bye. That's right. People want to say nasty things or be a-holes. They can go somewhere they could. That's it. That's all. Love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thank you. And you're right. You'll win some and you'll lose some. But the best is to stay with a different point of view. Period. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.